Hey, episode 158. Al, guess what?
Go.
I I had somebody come up to me at Thunder Mountain Downhill Mountain Bike Park, and they were all excited. And doesn't they don't usually lead with this. He goes, "AJ, awesome to meet you. I just listened to episode 157 of the podcast. Like, I thank you so much. Love listening to it. I listen to it all the time at work." He even knew what podcast episode we were on better than I do half the
Wow.
time. So I want to give a quick shout out to just start the episode out
Yeah.
to Cliff. Shout out Cliff.
Shout out
We did a
Cliff.
run with him and his buddy. He was good. You could tell he had Moto style on the mountain bike. He had those scrubs dialed on the run that we did.
Love that.
And yeah, a little shout out there. Episode 158. Welcome, co-host Al.
Yo.
Al's going to be, for those of you that are I don't know, maybe new or not new or been around, Millie is absolutely losing her mind upstairs.
Wow. Is it like
And
lunch?
it's, you guys can't hear it. It's coming from Allie's got a bad attitude, and so we're just rubbing off on Millie today.
I'm not saying a word, dude. You're not pulling me into that.
It her vibe is so
Bad energy.
low.
Bad energy.
Yeah, like punchable energy. I know you can't say that about a girl,
No.
but like you know what I mean?
I do.
Like,
I do. I really
yeah.
do. Again.
The energy is so low, you're just like, get out of here. And Millie feels that.
It rubs
Because
off.
Millie today has just been an absolute handful of a unit. And that never happens unless something else is off. Like it's not the other way around. It's not like Millie does something and then we're in a bad
She
mood.
like
It's
picks up on.
always-
She picks up on the
senses-
vibe, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. But anyhow, Al will be co-host for today. Al will be bouncing in either with episodes with the three of us, with myself, Dave, and Al. Maybe there'll be some with Al and Dave. We'll have
That'd be
Ethan producing behind the computer. So we're starting to get into a little rhythm here. We're
Yep.
consistent.
Yep.
Not too many technical difficulties. I know Al's your volume was messed up. Your mic was messed up
Yeah.
last time.
Volume was messed
we're
up.
good now.
Internet was messed up. I'm gonna send.
But people didn't
I'm gonna send this by carrier
yeah.
pigeon.
to where Ireland, and then they flew out of Dublin
Yeah.
and got it back to us here in the United
Yeah.
States. Is that what
It was
happened?
carnage. Yeah. Carnage.
Yeah.
We got it. We got it. We got it.
Well, so can we talk about that quick, or have we already on the episode? Al, like it wasn't until after the fact that Al goes, my internet, I thought it was good, or I don't remember what the conversation was. But then when you told us, I'm pretty sure you said it was like 5.
Oh yeah.
And I go, whoa, hang on a second.
Yeah.
What do you mean it's 5?
You said yours was like 1,000, right?
I get 2,000. This new company just came in a couple months ago, and it has completely changed my life. When I first started with AJ, I had like a couple hundred gigabytes of footage to upload, and it said it was going to take a week. And I'm like, I can't wait a week. So luckily, my barber had the fiber optic, so I went to his house, uploaded it, and by the time I got home, all the footage was uploaded. So I made the call the next day, and I got it. I can't believe it's not like that
huge.
out by you, dude.
Yeah. So Al, don't feel badly, Al, because I've had to do this with basically each one of my employees. Is essentially an internet audit of, okay, what are you working with?
Yeah.
And for you, it sounds like there's not even an option.
Yeah, it's
So-
carrier pigeon or no pigeon.
I was gonna say I like that, but I don't
You
like
don't
that,
like that.
actually.
No, we don't like the carrier
No, I
pigeon.
don't like that. I don't like that. So this episode, before we even start, we're on tour.
Yeah,
Did you know that, Al?
I do.
You should
I
know
am
that because you're our tour manager.
very aware that we are on tour. We're going everywhere, right?
Tell us about it.
So we've got Go for Dunes, Canada.
Ooh,
Gonna be
selling like hotcakes.
Yeah, it's gonna be insane. That place looks insane. Wild Rose, Canada. That is
Both with Dylan Wright, by the way, Canadian champion.
Yeah.
Not this year, but can I still call him Canadian champion, obviously?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, okay.
Now,
He'll be at both of those.
yeah, for sure. So he'll be at both of those classes. Now I want to say Kauai Creek.
I've been told that the proper pronunciation is Kauai.
Kauai Creek.
Yeah.
Then
That's what I've been
then we
told.
go to Supercoop. Then we go Bar to Bar. Then we go Promised Land, Moto Pacific, Jordan River.
Washington?
Yep.
Utah?
Thunder Valley, Colorado.
Colorado? Wow, we're hitting everywhere.
And then we go to I'm gonna. I want to get you to pronounce it. We're going to Germany.
Ooh, yeah.
You try the pronunciation of the track. Do it.
Tushy. Tushy.
Nah, it's all wrong. You've started off wrong.
Tushtenal. Tucci. Tuch.
Tuchenthal. Yeah, you got it.
What? How do you? What is it?
It's Tuchenthal.
Twitchenthal.
Yeah.
That's actually kind of nice. I like that
Yeah.
name.
So we are there with Simon Langenfelder.
Are you sure?
MX2 world champ. It's going to be
Wow.
insane. Yeah, insane.
Riding well at MXON so far. I think he got a whole shot yesterday. I have not seen what's happened today.
So I did hear he's had a crash.
Oh.
Yeah, but I don't know how serious. I just heard he had a crash. So fingers crossed for him that it's not too bad. But
Okay.
yeah, always riding well. That guy is fast, obviously.
So MX2 world champ just won it. Now at MXON, and he'll be at class with us at Twitchenthal.
You got it. That's good.
In Germany with Coach Olive Oil, aka the Italian Stallion, aka Coach Alessandro.
Yeah. Yeah.
That one also selling like hotcakes lately.
Killing
Last
it.
night and today, I don't know if they reposted it again or something happened, or unless it's just that MXON and people are watching and maybe it's popping up on the radar.
Just popping off.
But yesterday and today, ton of signups for that one.
Talking of Olive Oil, I want to shout out Olive Oil real quick. He was just in the UK at Moto 101 in Grantham. And he turned up with what can only be described as short trousers, but no, long trousers, but short shorts. So his trousers were super short, but they were like long shorts, but I called them short longs. I couldn't get over it. So I've never seen anyone wear.
Wow.
Yeah.
What, like halfway down the shin type
Oh
of
yeah, they
situation?
were a jean short, but they were like wrestling with his ankles. It was unbelievable.
Whoa.
Unbelievable. He looked great.
Wow.
I mean, he looked great. But yeah, so shout out Olive Oil short longs.
Where does, we always in the US say that the style kind of starts first, typically in Europe, I feel like. Do you find the same for UK? Does it start somewhere in Europe first and then make its way to you?
That's a good question. I don't know. I haven't really, you can tell the orange beanie's out again, so I'm not really a huge fashionista. But probably. I feel also though a lot of like cool things. I was talking to Coach Mitchell about it when he was here in the UK actually, about we feel that lots of cool things comes from the US, but I think you guys think cool things come from us. I don't know.
Yeah.
So
that's how I feel.
Well,
usually there's and usually it's way ahead of the game. One thing I can like think of would be skinny pants.
Yeah.
Like guys wearing Lululemon type of skinny pants. Which now it's kind of gone back away from there to baggy again, right? But if we rewind to 2015, 2016.
Oh, so tight.
And skinny pants were kind of on their way in.
Tight.
It started, I first saw it when I was in Germany and racing in Europe, and I saw people wearing skinny pants, and then it took 3 years probably to catch up in the US.
Did you ever wear skinny pants?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like tight.
Oh yeah.
Really tight.
What about you?
Yeah, 100%. So I used to play drums in a band, so if it wasn't tight, it wasn't right.
What about shirts? How's your shirt sizing kind of evolved over the years?
Yeah, I'm kind of into my more baggy shirts now. Now I'm a little bit more kind of rotund. I should be more slender than I am. But yeah, again, if it ain't tight, it ain't right. Basically.
Interesting. What size shirt do you wear? Large?
No, I'm extra large. If I comfortable, I'm extra large, yeah. Yeah. What are you, like a medium?
No, I'm large. But back in the skinny pant days,
small.
I was probably a medium.
Oh, okay.
And I also back then weighed maybe 10 pounds more. So the shirts fit a little bit tighter. Now I just wear large, and I feel like it fits me nice. Maybe it makes me look a little skinny.
No, you're good.
But I don't know if you can see it from there, Al. I've got the new dirt bike shirt on.
Oh, sweet.
So this is going to be our new drop.
Nice.
Coming out at some point here in the near future.
Looks great.
It is so cute on Millie.
Yeah, I bet. Oh.
And it's her favorite thing. That it's like this nice maroon. I don't know what you call this color, but really nice fall color. And in her, it's all 100% cotton, like very, very nice garment.
So good.
Her hoodie is, it's so nice.
Love it.
It's so nice. I can't wait to see how the youth stuff sells, because I think that's what it's all about.
Yeah, for sure.
The only negative is, apparel's tough. I don't know how companies honestly that rely on apparel sales. Well, like I think of Buttery and what Buttery does. People go, oh, he must be a millionaire from selling all of his apparel. And I'm just thinking to myself, anytime anybody says that, I'm like, there's just no way.
Yeah.
You know, people have no idea how hard it is to make money selling apparel.
For sure. Yeah, I don't
And
doubt
maybe
it.
that's a limiting belief.
Yeah.
But the profit margins are so slim, and the cost of goods is just so freaking expensive now. Like we're paying our all of our material for t-shirts are comfort colors, which I love comfort colors tees. It's 100% organic cotton.
Yeah.
Pretty sure like it pretty much best of the best. And we DTG a lot of our stuff, meaning it is print on demand, which is a more expensive way of doing it. And our t-shirts are like, I could be wrong, but probably in between $20 to $23 or $24 for us.
Wow.
So yeah, to make money, so we sell them for 30 or 40.
Yeah.
And yeah, margins are slim. But anyhow,
Shout out the store.
It came out good. Red on red, dirt bikes.
Love that.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, love that.
Pretty cool.
Love that. So, we have a trip giveaway coming up, right?
We do.
You
want to go?
Of course I do. Every trip giveaway that's come about, I'm like, how do I get there? How do I do it? Like, what do I do? So yeah, I would love to go.
Well, you want to know what I thought of yesterday?
Go on.
And I've kind of put this into motion already. Actually, Premix Papa sent me a voice note.
Shout out
Premix Papa. And he, what the heck was he going on about? I don't know. Astral plane. Like he was talking about meditation. He was talking about something.
Astral projection.
And, some type of high level yogi type of talk.
Sweet.
Is really what was going on. And I thought to myself, what would be nice is if he was with us for this trip giveaway that's coming up.
Yeah.
And so I sent him a voice note and I said, hey, are you around on, I think the dates for travel for the trip winner right now are looking like November 18th to the 20th. That's going to be their window of when we fly them in. And I said, hey, are you available the 18th to the 20th? Because I'd love to fly you out and have you with us. I just feel like it's a great energy to have around, especially if the vibe is going to be that of more of like the self-development route.
Yeah.
Right?
Like conversation,
yes, dirt
talking.
bikes will be tied into it. But definitely more of like a self-development trip than anything. And Premix Papa is basically like my traveling yogi.
Nice.
Right? That's a good way to describe him.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so it's not official yet, but I think the plan is we're going to fly him into, and he'll be with us.
That's very cool.
Guiding the experience.
So these trip giveaways then. So what would you say is kind of your best memory of one of these trip giveaways?
They're all very, very, very different. Very different. So I just like, there's something I like about when you can tell that somebody's been entrenched for a while and invested for a while in our content and a part of the community. And then they get a chance to be a part of it for real in real life and be with me in person. I kind of always get a kick out of that because I'm the exact same person that you would see online, right? There isn't, I don't think, there's not really much of a difference. Or if there is, maybe it's just I get a kick out of them getting a chance to see that side and to just be exposed to that. I like when people, some people are nervous, introverted nervous. Some people are extroverted nervous. Everybody kind of comes into it a little bit different. So I enjoy the hosting aspect, kind of like I enjoy the teaching aspect. Now you have to be a chameleon a little bit and know, okay, what's this person want? What are they nervous about? What can I do or say to get them to open up a little bit and to be super comfortable? So there's kind of an art to the whole thing. And normally, I guess this is in my normal day-to-day life, like Allie and we keep to ourselves pretty much.
Yeah.
Right. It's kind of Allie, Millie, and myself, and we're just the trio, and we're with each other all the time. And we go out and do things and we'll have conversations with people, but we don't really we're not having parties at our house where friends aren't coming over. Like we're pretty private people.
Do you find it quite easy to host?
Yeah, I go into teaching mode, and then it's sort of the same mode as the teaching mode, and it's playing the character a little bit of well, how can I make this person comfortable?
Yeah. See,
it's really the same thing with teaching, right?
I
mean, when I'm trying to be a good teacher, how can I make this person comfortable?
Yeah, that often plays into my kind of like anxious side, because I think then that it's almost like a performance. So I have to host this person, I have to make them feel comfortable, and I have to say the right things, and I have to be the funny guy, and all those things kind of play a part. So it's interesting to know like how you feel about that if you're having one of these trip giveaways and you know you've got to host somebody, does that make you feel anxious? Does that kind of raise up any kind of negative emotions?
Well, no, that's a really good question though. And that's why I want to bring Premix Papa. And in the past, I've always had driver Jamie. I do always have somebody else with me because I feel as though that helps be a little bit of a like a buffer or a cushion. So because I don't feel external pressure to be overly, anything.
Yeah.
I'm going to be a good host to the best of my ability, but I'm not going to I'm not going to like go any further than what I would just do from. So I don't know, to some, maybe that wouldn't be enough, or to some, maybe, well, actually, Al, you and I had this conversation when I came to the UK the last time about having conversations in the car while driving.
Yeah.
Do you remember this?
Yeah, 100%.
And I said that I am one to where we could sit in that car for hours right next to each other, driving down the highway, and I don't have to say a word, and I would be 100% comfortable with that.
Yeah.
I think that that's maybe not normal. I think most people would be thinking the whole time about, what should I say? How do I keep this conversation going? I'm not like that. So
are you saying you're not normal?
Well, which way do you think is maybe more normal?
Well,
the person that is that odd that I don't feel the need to, or could sit there and
I don't think so. I'm the same way.
No.
I could sit in the car and say nothing for 24 hours straight. I'm on the same wavelength as you as far as that goes. Yeah.
I guess for me, it's like my head will always the narrative in my head will always steer towards, I'm doing a bad job hosting you, because I'm not creating a conversation, I'm not creating a vibe, right? That's the way my head would go.
Okay. And that's my thoughts with Premix Papa there is, okay, he can fill that space if that space needs to be filled. And I think that he'll be able to fill that space in the perfect way. I also think, Al, you'd be able to fill that space in the perfect way. You're a great host.
Yeah, I mean, it's odd. It's odd you should say that, because I put a post out on Instagram the other day about how anxious I feel around people, but I also thrive around people, which is a weird dynamic, right? So it's kind of a bittersweet thing for me, which is odd.
Yeah, you are very, very, very good at it. I mean, it doesn't surprise me for you to say that makes you anxious, but it, I guess, doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
Yeah.
You're very, very good at it.
I appreciate
you have
that.
A lot of
Thank you.
Awareness, which I'd like to say that I do also have the awareness, but yeah, one part of me just will never. I'm always going to be the person that puts my mask on first before helping others. Always. So I think to some people, and given the circumstance, it can come off as selfish or arrogant, or too quiet, or I don't know. And maybe that's not how people see me whatsoever. But I know
usually it's tough.
Allie says that all the time, but I think she gets very self-conscious about that.
Yeah, but I think if you're being yourself, you're being your true self, whatever that looks like for anybody. I think if you're doing everything you can to be a good communicator, a good host, all those things, and somebody feels a certain way about you, that's not on you, that's on them, right? Because ultimately you're doing everything you can to be the best version of you. And if that's not good enough for somebody, or somebody sees you a certain way despite that, that's on them, right? That's not really on you. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and not in a selfish way either, but yet. Yeah, and I like to think that I embody that way of thinking, and I like to think also that that's the least selfish way actually to operate,
right?
Because you kind of take yourself out of the you're it's like you, somebody that's a people pleaser, I think, is a very dangerous type of person.
Mm-hmm.
Potentially,
I've been that. I've been there. 100%.
Their morals will bend and skew to kind of fit the situation. So depending on how high pressure or how desperate, how much fear is involved, that I think that's the type of person that can really screw somebody else over inadvertently, right?
Yeah.
Where I think somebody that's really extremely comfortable in their own skin is the best type of person, because you can trust them. And yeah, they might say it straight to your face, but ultimately that's the person you can trust because they can stick to their morals the entire way, if that makes any sense.
Well, I think that's why me and you work so well, I think, because we can both be honest with each other, and we know that is kind of, it's real honesty, right? There's nothing fake.
I still can't believe I haven't got a robot emoji yet.
You've done well.
How close have you been?
Oh, I've been hovering.
So, have we talked about this on the podcast?
I don't think so.
Yet,
yeah, cue everyone in, because this is our little thing, right?
Yeah, and this is good. This is great, actually, because I think that it's helped change the dynamic of the entire team. So, well, and even before I talk about that, so just as myself as being a little bit more of the quiet, think about, what I need to do for me in a certain situation. I see it, and I see bits of that in Millie already.
Right.
And like,
interesting.
Yeah. So we go to a place called My Gym, and it's basically gymnastics for little toddlers. And a lot of it is free play. She thrives in the free play. But then as soon as it gets to the structured, hey, sit in a circle and, sing the song and dance to it, whatever it is, she doesn't do it. She just sits, and it's not, she doesn't act out. She just sits and just looks around and observes. And you can tell she's still enjoying it, but she doesn't participate. And she feels no pressure to participate, which I could be overthinking whatever that is. But I'm like, I feel like that's like me.
Yeah.
Like me,
I think she's recognized the fact that she's getting enough out of it from viewing it, from watching it, and she doesn't have to participate. Whether she's got to the point where she feels she might be embarrassed if she's doing certain things, or I can't imagine she's cognitively there yet. I don't know. Maybe she is. But that's interesting dynamic when you can, because I'd be the same. I wouldn't be the guy that goes up and dances or does stuff that I feel might be quote unquote embarrassing. So I think that's quite high level thinking. Shout out Millie.
Shout out Millie. Shout out Millie. So yeah, Al and I had a conversation. I was in town for Budds Creek in Maryland at the time. So I don't know, what would you say, 4 to 6 weeks ago?
Yeah,
probably?
I think so. Yeah, time's flying.
Just over a month. It was like August 25th was the day of the class.
And wow, it feels like that felt like ages ago. So the conversation stemmed from, because I just let an employee go.
Yep.
And when I let the employee go, it had me reflect on not that situation specifically, but it just had me reflect on everything. And so I called Al and I was like, well, I heard what he said. I think that almost all of it was very over exaggerated, and because he was just emotional, but I want to take a learning lesson from this. And that lesson is I want to be more human. I'm trying to get everybody to live in my world. And when I say everybody, I mean like my employees to live in my world of complete non-emotion and just logical thinking. And yes, that I do think that is important to some extent, but everybody is human. So everybody's going to interpret things their own way because their perspective is different.
Right. Yeah.
And I talk about this all the time. Your reality is subjective to the observer. So my reality is different from Al's reality. It's different from Ethan's reality. We might be encountering each other in these realities, but it's like our worlds are totally different. So instead of me thinking that everybody could just be the way that I am, I'm like, you know what? Screw it. It's not working. I'm sick of banging my head against the wall trying to do it. I want to try to be a little bit more empathetic to human emotion.
Well, can you remember what I asked you on that conversation?
No,
So
I will as soon as you say
yeah,
it.
I asked you what about the things, what things that Jordan has told you do you think are true?
Do you remember my answer? Because I don't remember my answer to that.
Yeah, I think you basically answered in the way you've just answered, by the whole, you don't really take it personally. It's not really kind of on that level. But then it led really nicely into the fact that we started to talk about the fact that we need to be more human, and it kind of, it was a powerful conversation. I feel it was a powerful conversation because it was all about perhaps me, when, as we were talking, me being a little bit more robotic, quote unquote, and you being a little bit less robotic, right? Which leads perfectly back into why the robot emoji was a thing.
So yeah, I told Al, I'm like, listen, can you be my guy? Can you observe all these situations, whether it's in the Slack chat? So Slack is a texting communication basically for employees. It's great, by the way. So if you own a business, highly recommend Slack. And so it's good for Slack. I said, Al, be my observer in Slack and team calls, just anything that you can be an observer of. And we need to create a safe word here. Can we create some sort of safe word? And so Al came up with the robot emoji. Now, the safe word, if you were to actually say it, did you say it's Wally?
It's Wally. Yeah,
It's Wally.
Is it Wally's the robot that found emotion?
So it's beautiful, but
Perfect.
but he has not had to use the verbal cue of Wally or the emoji of the robot since we've had this conversation. Now, I do feel we've gotten close.
Yeah, I've been hovering,
but I've been able to, in those moments, remember, and it's great because I remember the conversation. I think too, I don't want to earn this robot emoji, and I'll kind of I'll redirect a little bit.
Yeah.
Much easier said than done, but it's working.
Yeah, you've been killing. You've been
really
killing
well.
it. You've been killing it.
You,
yeah, no, you're good, man. You're good. I mean, it's you have been killing it. So it's great. So I guess with all this been said, then how do you, to kind of bring it back to our trip giveaway? How do you feel like this giveaway is going to be different? What do you think is going to be the main kind of? Because I know we've never really done one like this before, right? So what do you think is going to be different?
Yeah, I've absolutely, Al, you're very good at this too. You're a good host, and you're also a good co-host on the podcast. You're good at steering
the
conversations
ship
the way they need to go. Yeah, I'm maybe not as good at that.
I think you're fine. I think you're doing good.
Thanks. I didn't want to, as I was even saying it, I'm like, I don't say negative things about myself, so I almost stopped halfway through. But we said it. That's okay. And this one is going to be quite different. The other ones have been, I think, they've all been different, but they've all been very, very social, big groups, a lot of times big events, right? So a lot of the promo videos we've been putting out for this one have been from Salt Lake. So cool. Thinking of the Salt Lake trip when we flew in Real GP and Cowie Ryan, and we go to a private golf course dirt bike track on the side of a mountain with the snow-capped mountains in the background. I mean,
so good.
Literally once in a lifetime opportunity. And then that day, it wasn't even the next day. So we ride in the morning, we get up early, ride in the morning, and then go to Salt Lake Supercross for the finale, where I was partnered with Jet at the time. So they got to meet Jet. Real GP got a big hug from Jet.
So good. And
then Jet wins the championship. I mean, there's been so many cool ones and this one is going to be very, very, very personal.
Yeah.
I guess in private.
So what does that look like then? So what if what does it look like to be living 2 days in your life? What's that going to look like?
Well, I hope it's not boring, because from the outside in, I think that, and apologies to our marketing team, I think it's hard. It's a little more difficult to market this experience because it's like, my life from the outside in, my day-to-day life is quite boring looking at it from the outside in.
What are we talking? Are we just talking chilling, or are we, what does it look like?
Well, no, not really. It's very intentional, but I'll run you through it.
Do it.
So in the morning, and they're going to get a chance to probably spend quite a bit of time with Allie and Millie as well,
Cool.
which I think is a really cool dynamic.
Yeah.
So in the morning, getting outside right away, shoes off, socks off, walking in our grass field. There's 14 acres in the backyard, and just go walk in the grass field.
Inner
The
peace.
sun comes up right over the mountain. I mean, it's just beautiful. So inner peace right from the get-go.
Straight off the bat. Early doors, inner peace.
Right, straight up. Yeah, before anything is done. I mean, I grab a water, I put LMNT in it.
Inner peace.
And I walk outside. I usually don't bring the water outside. Like I'll drink the full, 18 ounces? And then go outside, no shoes, no socks, straight to inner peace. And again, from the outside in, does that appear boring? Yes. But I'm hoping that with my help and Premix Papa there, that it can be a bit of a guided experience, even if these people don't have any type of experience with any of this, meditation of any sort. It's a very, very, very simple thing. And so go out and do that. Going again, barefoot and doing the hike at Cotton Hollow, which is a beautiful trail that follows a stream where we can cold plunge. The dog will jump in.
It's so good.
It's just an epic spot. So I feel, if you guys are in the app, I film videos there every so often sitting on the rock at Cotton Hollow. So cold plunge spot. That's a part of the basically everyday routine. We've got the pool in the backyard and the hot tub, which depending on the weather, the pool probably won't be like our normal, like lounging by the pool daytime activity, but it's still open. So right now the pool is 69 degrees, which feels quite cold. And it's basically like an entry level cold plunge, essentially.
Yeah, like a beginner,
right? Especially
like
when you get the hot tub.
A beginner cold plunge. I like that.
Right, which is perfect.
Yeah.
So for somebody, coming to do this experience and they've never cold plunged before, throwing them into like 39 degree water might be a little traumatizing.
Yeah.
But by the time November rolls around, my pool would probably be in the low 60s, maybe high 50s. Plenty cold enough.
Yeah.
Plenty cold enough. And then you get the hot tub at 103, and we do some of that contrast a little bit back and forth. That's usually what I do before bed. So at like 7, 8 p.m., going outside, it gets dark at like 6:30 this time of year, probably more like 5:30 by the time November rolls around. No light pollution whatsoever because we live just far enough outside of the city, zero light pollution. So the sky is insanely crystal clear. And hot, cold. I usually go back and forth 3 or 4 times. So basically the experience will feel like really, I guess, intentional meditative spa day with the dirt bike twist thrown in of we'll gear up, we'll ride the Stark or KDX 200. I guess
yes,
those are our 2 options at the moment. So they'll have their choice of Stark or KDX 200.
So good.
And we'll shoot into the trail each of those days and do a 1-hour cruise through the trail, which is cool because that will tie in the dirt bike experience to it. We leave right from my house. It's very, very fun, but manageable for all skill levels type of riding.
Yeah, so it's easy stuff.
Like it's got all of the stuff you would want, but it's not throwing anybody to the wolves where, anybody could hop in there and ride it.
So are you
and
oh, go on.
I'm actually today, hopefully, purchasing a side-by-side.
What's a side-by-side?
So like a Polaris UTV, like a utility.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That makes me so. That better make its way to the 5-day camps this year. I need a little utility vehicle for the campers.
Imagine that's the plan. So the biggest problem, the biggest thing I'm trying to figure out right now is what size trailer realistically can my Tundra pull before it hits. I want to say like 11,000 pounds is kind of where like you don't want to do much more than 11,000 pounds. So, okay, how big of a trailer do I have to buy? And that to fit the UTV in there, fit the bikes in, fit the event tent and the stuff that I need to purchase for that. What does the weight end up looking like at that point? And then also a lot of things I have to figure out here. And then also where the heck do I keep a 28-foot trailer? I don't know. I mean, I guess once it starts being driven to these camps, it's on the road, so it'll be fine. But before then, I don't know.
Yeah.
But in November, at least before all the camp madness begins, I'm supposed to be buying this side by side, and I found it. I shouldn't say who. I found it on Facebook Marketplace today.
Okay.
I'll do another on a future episode. I'll talk about who it actually is. But he called me today, and right away when it popped up on my, what's it called on the phone? Somebody's calling you.
Incoming call notification.
No.
Pop up.
The contact.
It said the
Contact.
name. Yeah, they weren't in my contact list, but it said below, and I was like, oh, no way. It's somebody I know, and it's somebody that
That's crazy.
Ethan, you might know because he runs a successful business.
I think I might know. Tell me after after we're done recording.
Well, you could cut this part out. So sorry guys, we just cut a part out. But yeah, so hopefully I have the side by side by then too. So, and this thing's got light bars all over it.
Wow.
So we could fire the thing up and go exploring the state forest and the side by side for a nighttime.
Sounds like we're gonna get into some trouble in that thing.
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah.
What I hear is into it. Oh my gosh.
It's going to be very cool. I mean, if it works out, I don't own it yet, so nobody get their hopes up too much.
So obviously camps.
Yeah.
So camps next year, then that's going to be looking sweet for that, right? To get just gear around and everything around, and this can be insane.
Yeah, the biggest thing, it's very difficult because I don't know how to coordinate it without putting the cart before the horse. I don't know what thing to do first, but with us scaling from 3 camps to 18 camps, or 19 or 17.
Shout out tour manager Al.
Start out. Well, yeah. What is the grand total going to be?
I think it's 19.
Is it 18?
19, I think. Yeah.
Scaling from 3 of those camps to 19, there's a lot of infrastructure that goes into place for that. Now, just one example would be and I hope people find this conversation interesting. I'm sure business owners certainly would. We had to rent an event tent at Salt Lake City. The event tent that we had to rent there, I'm pretty sure was over $7,000
Wow.
for the week.
I did not know that.
Just for the event tent and the tables alone. So if you do some quick math there,
Yep.
that's over $140,000 of just freaking event tent and tables and chairs.
Yeah, that's insane.
If it were that expensive at all 19 of those.
Yeah.
So
buy one.
Right. Yeah, right away. It's okay, Kate, price that one of the, and it turns out to buy a good one, it's like $7,000.
No.
Then you got to buy the tables and chairs. So you're probably, I don't know.
15?
At most, you're 15 to 20K all in for that investment.
Yeah.
But then you've got a crap ton of tables and chairs and a huge tent setup that needs to be somehow fit into what size trailer? I don't know yet. Haven't figured that out. So then it's okay, but now we need to buy a trailer. Thankfully, I was doing some recon. You can buy sweet custom race trailers for not that much money.
Nice.
For 30 to 40 grand, you can get like the nicest trailer I've ever seen.
Yeah, that's sweet. That's sweet.
So
the camps
again,
the camps next year, I don't want to give anything away. I've heard a rumor. This is just a rumor. You can put me right or you can tell me to shut up. The rumor is that we're giving a trip giveaway away every quarter next year for these camps. Have I said too much?
At least. No, I think at least.
Okay.
And I know I've been kind of like beating around that bush for a while, and the plan with the trip giveaways has changed a lot, and it's morphed a lot over the last 2 years.
Yeah.
Because it's sort of been on like the periphery.
Right.
If that makes sense. So and this is what's difficult about owning a young company is things change all the time.
Right.
Focuses change. Like our focus needs to divert to different things all the time. And so the trip giveaways have kind of been on the periphery. They weren't really a part of our scheduled programming, so to speak, but we would still do, I don't know, 3 to 4 of them a year, probably pretty consistent, or at least 2 to 3 of them a year. I want to start doing them at the 5-day camps.
That's cool.
Very regularly.
That is cool.
I think there's no reason we can't do it more frequently than quarterly, because it could just be a part of what we're doing. That way people can fly in or drive. we're going to structure it in a way to where we can make it for, families of 3, maybe, where we can cover expenses for a
Huge.
family. So if they have 2 kids that ride,
Oh, wow.
or they need to
Yeah.
bring their camper, and we can cover the cost of their camper getting there, whatever that is. But so they can experience the 5 days of these camps.
So all you've got to do is just be in the app.
That's it.
Right.
And the least expensive app tier too. So $9.99 a month, which, Ethan, you want to do some math in the background? I've always go to tell people this, and I don't know. What's $9.99 divided by, let's say, 30 days in a month? Like, what is it per day? It's such an income. That's what I thought.
How much?
It's 34 cents a day.
Wow.
Yeah. So
guys, this is why you need to be in the app.
Basically free.
Yeah.
Basically free.
Yeah.
$9.99 a month. Get in the app, stay in the app, because if nothing else, even if you didn't use it, which I recommend that you do, even if you didn't use it, you have a chance to win one of these experiences, which are,
life-changing.
This one's going to be very personalized, very, very cool.
Yeah.
And the camp ones are going to be freaking amazing in a completely different way. Yeah.
That's insane.
And they'll become a part of the regular program.
Yeah.
I think it'll kind of get back to the old trip giveaway feel when we bring these people in for 5-day camps, because the original ones, obviously it was a big event, but you're hanging out with the whole team, right? Majority of these 5-day camps, 75 to 90% of the team is going to be there, right? So you're not only going to get to spend time with AJ, but obviously, me, we've had people in the past who were really involved in content. So like, I've gotten along really well with them. I think it's going to be pretty special, regardless of where they go.
Yeah. So not only is the app an incredible community, it's also, you get these opportunities. So get yourselves inside the app.
Yeah. And it makes sense for us from a business standpoint, because my goal right now, you guys are sick of me saying it, is to tell the story of the brand, and it connects the dots on everything that we're doing. So why wouldn't we integrate the trip giveaways into something else that we're really trying to explode in 2026, which is the 5-day camps? And the reason we're trying to explode it the way that we are is because it's the best example of the transformation that we offer in real life.
Yeah.
Now, and it's just 5 days, but 5 days, you change habits. You can shed old habits, and you can truly, if you immerse yourself enough in the experience, which you almost don't have a choice but to immerse yourself in the experience. At the end of the 5 days, you've changed, and it's more rewarding as a CEO. It's more rewarding, I think, for the entire team that's involved. It's easier for our marketing team and everybody, our whole media team, to be able to take that, package it, and tell a story and show it off on social media, to tie that into the app and the community in the app and everything we do in there. Single day tour dates that we've been really highly focused on for the last, 7 years, are very difficult to do that with.
Yeah.
Because it's one day, you're in and you're out. The storyline can become fragmented a little bit. Everything about it feels fast. When you're at a camp, it's amazing. Or sorry, a tour date, a single day, it's amazing. It's a great experience, but the day flies by. It's like, as soon as you go to check the time, it's 2:30 and you got an hour left.
Yeah.
And you're thinking, holy cow, how did this day just rip by that quick?
Yeah. And to the class dates I've been,
and it makes everything difficult for our team.
Yeah, the class dates I've been to, I really feel like there's a vibe with people that they leave having that not taken on enough, right? And although there's a lot of information goes out of those classes, they almost leave thinking, no, I want more, right? And you kind of almost,
it's like a teaser.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And
which is great.
Yeah.
Great. Because then if you leverage the app the way that you should, then it tees them up perfectly to be able to begin on that journey that they need to begin on, which is beautiful. So there's still very much a need for the single day classes.
Yeah.
And for those of you listening, don't worry, we'll still offer them at basically the same exact cadence-ish that we are now. I want to say for 26, our goal is maybe 120 single day tour dates. So still quite a few. essentially we want to make them feel like annual events. So we won't be going to any places twice for a single day tour. It'll be one and done. You'll know when to expect it each year. And yeah, again, everything we do is for me, it's with, okay, what creates the best value for the customer, but also what is the most efficient for the team.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's beautiful when the decision that can be made like that, it's equal. It's better and easier for the team, and it's also better for the customer.
Yeah, absolutely.
As well.
Absolutely.
Because it's just like easier to understand the messaging.
Yeah.
Of what we're trying to market.
In fact, it's a good moment. I think I was talking to Ethan before we started shooting the pod. Greg Page in the app, shout out Greg, he asked a really cool podcast question. So I don't know if you wanted to kind of touch on that real quick, Ethan.
Dude, you are freaking guiding this perfectly.
Yeah, I want to give a big shout out to Al. He's making my life much easier. So yeah, we have a couple questions from social media, and I think this first one from Greg would be perfect. So he asked, what is one of the...
By the way, this is for app people.
Yeah,
so get in the app.
Yeah, get in the app.
What is the one thing that gets you most excited about your 5-day camps? And I think you touched on it before, but if you could sum it up for us now, it'd be great.
Yeah, true transformation. Changing people's lives, really, right? And I don't want to say that in like a conceited type of way by any means, because I don't even feel like it's not even me that's doing it. It's just the experience, and it's the entire team, and it's all of our coaches coming together the way that we do, and the way that it's packaged to where it can change your life.
Yeah.
I've seen it change people's perspective and change complete outlooks from a 60-year-old adult. And I've seen it instill confidence and completely change the way that a 9 or 10-year-old thinks as well. And what's cool about the Winchester races that we've done is I've been able to kind of check in and see campers that were at our Winchester camp.
Yeah.
And yeah, the confidence that just like you can spot them out on the track like a sore thumb, first of all. Yeah. And it's just like, yeah, it's awesome.
The amount of campers we had last Saturday at the race was actually pretty overwhelming. It's like
every bike that was coming by, I was like, summer camp sticker. Summer camp sticker.
I mean,
like they still have the stickers.
Since they did the double gate drops with A and B, you were racing against a couple of the campers too.
Yeah. Oh, I saw the video.
That's so cool.
I think it was must have been in a reel that was posted in the last couple of days. That was a 750 on the Honda. He was a camper, wasn't he? Because I got the start and he was like, I almost basically hit his front tire going into the start. And I didn't know he was even in that race until I watched back the footage. I'm like, oh, he almost whole shot. Wow, that's pretty cool.
I think at one point, one of the motos, you guys were pretty close together for a few laps, which was pretty cool. So,
what was it? The one that
it might have
came
exactly.
back through?
I think it was that one. Yeah. So just seeing that was cool. And then I'm walking through the pits, getting videos or whatever, and it's like, hey, wait. How are you doing, man? Like, it's been a couple months, you know what I mean? And even being able to remember their names, it's such a cool feeling.
I think for me, because obviously I haven't been to a camp yet, I'd like to do some next year. But I think for me, it would be the community feel. It would just be building that kind of that human connection. I do, like we touched on it earlier, how it does make me anxious to be in a crowd and to meet new people, but I also thrive on it, and I love connecting and experiencing things with people. So to answer Greg's question, that would be the thing that gets me most excited, is just building that human connection. So I'm excited for it.
It feels like family, and I tell it to the riders at the debrief at the end of the week at these camps.
Yeah.
And I say, I think I can speak for everyone when I say that you guys are family now. And that's what the 5-day camps do. And man, I'm excited.
Yeah.
It's going to be 26 is going to be lights out.
Yeah. Huge.
That's why I always have to take a deep breath and calm myself down when I get impatient, or the gap of what I envision in my head of what should be reality and what I'm seeing as reality right now doesn't totally line up. That I need to just always be patient, because it's right around it's right there.
But it's like we talked the other day. Was it before the weekend? I don't know. And we spoke about the fact that, sometimes when we have a bad day, or have a bad day in the store, or something goes wrong, that's not the big picture. And this is, even those bad days, they're building towards a better future. And I think those bad days are learning days. Like you've told me many times, right? That even when things go bad, they're not the big picture. They're just a piece of the puzzle. So 26 is going to be huge. I'm mega excited.
I totally agree. I mean, one thing for me, like before I even started at Moto Academy, I always told myself it'll happen when the time is right. I busted my buns early 2024. I went to every single amateur race I possibly could. Just got burnt out. I just got sick and tired of, making these Insta bangers and everything. I picked up a part-time job, and then right as I got back into it, I got a call from Coach Ty, who at the time wasn't working with Moto Academy. AJ had asked him, hey, can you come guest instruct for the day? And Ty threw my name in the hat. And I'm sitting there watching the ring as these horses jump by, like getting ready to, fix it if something goes wrong. And Ty goes, hey, AJ wants you to come. And literally it changed my life. Fast forward a year and 2 months now, and I'm doing what I love full time, right? So I think it's just a good testament that you just got to stick to it and let time do its thing, and it'll happen if you believe.
And exactly. And just ride the wave. I often tell myself
and when time hasn't caught up yet, there's a reason. What is the reason? And search for the reason. And that's, I was sitting in the hot tub last night and kind of had that thought. Like, I was sitting in the hot tub in full brainstorming mode. Couldn't help it. Went in there, didn't want to brainstorm. Just wanted to close my eyes and breathe. And the ideas just started flowing. And then I got stuck on one idea that I started to try and figure it out.
Right.
And solve the problem. And then in my head at that very moment, I said, who are you to think that you need to solve this problem? That problem will figure itself out. It will be solved. I don't need to worry about that. I need to actually get out of the way of that problem and go right back to thinking big again.
Interesting.
Because it's me getting hung up on this problem is why time hasn't caught up yet. So I just need to deeply envision what that future looks like, and that's it. And as soon as I try to ask myself, well, how is that going to happen? I've got to not worry about the how. It's the why, and it's the what. It's the envisioning of the what it is. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. It does. And it's often
it's often kept bouncing back and forth between that and the hot tub last night. And I just kept trying to solve the problem. I'm like, stop trying to solve the problem.
Yeah. And it's a process, right? When we have a goal, or usually an idea comes to us as the end result, doesn't it? So the idea that pops into our heads is usually the end result. But what we then fail to do is we then fail to work on the process to get to that end result. So it's important that when we have these cool ideas and they're in the form of what they're going to look like finished, we then need to go, okay, cool, let's strip this back, let's look at it and kind of what needs to be in place in order to make this happen. And that's why you've got the team you have around you, because we can all implement those things and we can help you kind of bring that vision to life, right? By looking at the processes and then applying ourselves to them to get to the end result.
Yeah, it's tricky sometimes, because not sometimes, all the time. Because as humans, we want to micromanage and do every single step, every part of the way, right? And control all of it. And what you realize as you get a little deeper into life is that you don't have really that much control over it. You could have this vision in your head. It could be so vivid. And how you get there will be totally different than what you thought it was going to look like.
Especially if you've got a team. Because they're going to interject their creativity, their opinions, their kind of subjective processes. But you've got to kind of throw that all into the mixing pot, because that they're all ingredients that create the final product.
Can I tell a very quick story completely unrelated to this,
100%.
but it ties it back into the very first thing I talked about in this podcast?
No, you can't. You're not allowed.
Okay.
Okay, go.
So I went downhill mountain biking the other day.
Oh, mate.
And I absolutely ate shiitakes.
Yep, I heard.
And I want to talk about that just quickly. So
tuck the front.
I haven't... like none other. Yeah. So here's the problem. Well, a few things. First of all, I was on a borrowed bike that on my mountain bikes, when I've ridden mountain bikes in the past, and I rode a lot of mountain bikes in the past, or any bicycle for that matter, my brakes are switched to Moto style. So my front brake is on the right and the rear brake is on the left. So that way my brain doesn't explode as I'm riding the bike, and it just natural.
Yep.
So I'm riding a borrowed bike that is
Backwards.
mountain bike style, which is rear brake on the freaking left and front brake on the left and rear brake on the right.
Yeah.
And so I knew this. I've borrowed his bike before and ridden it. It's fine. I can go slow enough to where it's like, it's okay. But then what started to happen is the rear brake started to fade really, 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 really bad to where it was like you had to pull it all the way into the grip to get it to do anything.
Oh, so you needed to bleed it. Just got air. Yeah. Got air in the thing. Yeah.
Yep. So now it's like, even if I touch the front brake a smidge, it feels notchy and aggressive and knifey because the rear brake's not doing anything. And yeah, it was just one of those moments where we stop basically as we're just kind of shooting across the field where like the ski run would be to jet into the next set of woods where the other trail was. They stop, we regroup for a second, and then they go to take off. They go in front of me and I get rolling. And just as I start to get a little bit of momentum going, my front tire, you guys would have died because of how calculated I am otherwise, I guess. And like, I haven't endoed on anything.
I don't mean to laugh.
In years. I mean, I don't remember the last time I endoed something, right? Like that never happens. And my front tire starts trailing out of the trail, right? And so for me to correct it, I meant to do a little bit of rear brake to kind of scoot my rear tire off that side so I could aim back to the right.
Non-existent rear brake. Yeah.
So just basically a little skid and get back over. But I thought the rear brake in that subconscious moment of like, hey, I'm going to skid this thing back into place was the front, and it was just a little bit. So it wasn't like I locked it up and then just cartwheeled. It was almost actually worse in that like I hit it just enough to where my front end went and started to slide. And then I was already off the side of the trail at this point. And then it hooked and I went straight on over so fast that the hands didn't come out.
Wow.
I mean, I went straight to the Moto Academy custom painted helmet.
Wow.
Straight to my face. Bike came up, landed on top of me. So like I had to get the bike off from on top of me. I'm like, holy cow, that was a proper...
Any injuries or no?
Endo.
I'm just mad.
Wow.
I'm just mad you gave me back the Instant 360 right before you did this. Because to have that on the chesty would have... Not to make fun of your situation, but I would have been happy for the views from that. So
definitely. So do you, AJ?
No, it would have
been. Did you remember?
Great.
Did you see the story? I was watching. AJ described this in the app. Shout out the app. Get yourselves in the app. He was describing this in the app, and as I was watching it, my internet that requires the slowest speed in human history. My internet froze. So AJ's face in the picture of the video looks like I would envisage his face was when he was stacking this mountain bike. So I text you the photo. Mate, that was funny.
You have to send it to me so I can throw it up on the screen.
Yeah, I will.
But what I made the video in the app for was what's interesting about a crash like that is it didn't hurt me at all.
Wow.
At all, right? But it was a hard enough crash to where I was pumped on it.
Yeah, okay.
I was pumped on it because it's been so long. I don't know if others can relate to this. According to the responses in the app, it definitely seems like people were on the same wavelength of me on this one. Is that like you feel like you're due for one sometimes?
Yeah.
You start to think, oh boy, it's been a while.
Yeah.
I haven't crashed hard in quite some time.
You got the monkey off your back.
And then when you have a hard one like that, it's nice to know, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I can do that.
Yeah.
I still got it in me.
Yeah.
I can still take a hard crash. I didn't get hurt. And I also got one out of the way. So I'm good for another few years at least.
I was
like, that was the highlight of my day.
I don't bounce anymore at all. I definitely don't bounce.
No, there was nothing graceful about it.
It was like
this
a
fall
slap
whatsoever.
Yeah.
It was an absolute. I spanked. It was a spank.
Yeah.
I just spanked the ground. My face got basically stuck in the ground.
Wow.
And it was a beauty. and totally silent. That's the weird thing about a mountain bike crash too. And I didn't even go like, oh, nothing. Just complete silence.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is it weird that I want to? I wanted to be there. Is that weird?
Well, nobody witnessed it, so technically, like,
yeah,
they might not have even.
Here's the biggest question though: how's the helmet doing? Are we gonna need to send a new one out, or helmet's good?
Helmet. I thought for sure.
Wow.
I have an extra visor, so extra painted visor. So if I did break visor, it would have been good. That's what I thought for sure. I'm like, visor's got to be toast. So I took it off. I look at it. Nope, totally fine.
Wow.
Totally fine.
Yeah.
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 No, I got lucky. All right, guys, we're an hour and 5 in. That went beautifully. Ethan, if you had more stuff to go through, sorry, we can do it next episode. I've got to go to the fair. Second day in a row, we're hitting the fair.
Nice.
With Mill Dog. She rode a horse. She rode a horse for the first time yesterday. His name was George.
Okay.
So shout out George. We're gonna go ride George again.
Horses scare me.
Yeah. And Millie had cowboy boots on yesterday too. So she's full
those
in.
Boots.
She's all in. Episode 158. Thanks for listening. Al killed it.
Done.
Good job.
Done.
Let us know in the comments. How do we feel about Al? No pressure, Al, or anything. But
nice.
I love the flow of these conversations with you. So
likewise.
Yeah, I'm pumped to do more.
Thank
of these.
you for having me.
Okay, guys. Toodles.